She walked into the office full of hope. Her dream job finally within reach. But what Amara didn't know was that the same people who smiled at her on day one would be the ones to break her spirit piece by piece. This story is inspired by true cases. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because what you're about to hear is not just a story. For some, it's a reality. Amara Johnson was 29 years old when she stepped through the glass doors of Wright v. Calder Marketing in London. It was a cold February morning, and she had just landed a position as an account executive, a role she had fought for years to get. She had the qualifications. She had the experience. She had the determination. But what she didn't have was a warning. From the moment she walked in, the signs were there. The receptionist, a slim blonde woman, greeted her politely, but with a pause. The kind of pause you feel more than you hear. And as Amara sat waiting, she noticed the difference in tone when a well-dressed white man arrived moments later. The receptionist's smile seemed warmer, her words easier. When Mr. Calder, the company director, came to greet her, he was welcoming, confident, the perfect picture of corporate leadership. He led her into the sleek open-plan office, where dozens of heads turned as they passed. Some smiled faintly. Others just stared. Her desk was between Claire, a young woman who barely glanced up, and Tom, a man whose handshake was as brief as his small talk. All morning, Amara followed the onboarding process, learning the systems and meeting the team. But at lunch, she found herself alone. Claire and a couple of others left for sushi, lowering their voices when she approached. She told herself it was nothing. First days could be awkward. That night, she called her mother, telling her everything was fine. She didn't mention the heaviness she felt as she walked out of that office, or the look in some of her colleagues' eyes. Because on that first day, Amara still believed that hard work and professionalism were enough. She didn't yet know they weren't. In the weeks that followed, Amara learned the rhythm of the office, and the people in it. She noticed things. Little things. When she joined group conversations, they seemed to wrap up quickly, as if she'd walked in at the wrong time. When she contributed ideas in meetings, they were often ignored. Until a white colleague repeated them minutes later, and suddenly, they were brilliant. Her name, Amara, was simple. But some colleagues insisted on mispronouncing it. Armira. Even after she gently corrected them, the mistakes kept coming. One manager joked, "Well, you've got one of those tricky African names, don't you?" Laughter followed, but not from her. At lunch, the isolation became routine. She tried sitting with different groups, but conversations would turn into inside jokes she didn't understand, or awkward silences that made her feel she was intruding.